G'day. Are we ready to let the network override the hierarchy? Malcolm Gladwell, who's the famed author of The Tipping Point amongst others, has suggested that the future looks pretty bright. And one of the reasons he says that is that because he believes we as a society are moving away from a reliance on hierarchy and becoming more accepting of the network, and that the network is a more effective and more efficient way to get stuff done. And he could be right. He cites examples like the Black Lives Matter movement compared to, say, the Martin Luther King marches. The marches were very much structured and hierarchical in nature, whereas the Black Lives Matter movement just was that. It was a movement. The network took over. And the argument is that that has been more effective in raising awareness and making changes than the marches. Now, there's a bunch of other factors, of course, that play into that, but it's an interesting point. The other point he makes is the vaccine rollout in the US could have been very structured and hierarchical. It could have been like a military rollout, but it wasn't. They instead distributed the vaccines to the network, to the medical and health network around the country, and very quickly, a huge bulk of the population got vaccinated. It was a very efficient way to do it. So the network won versus the structure or the hierarchy in that sense. And if you look at the way our work has changed over the last year or so, a lot of people working from home, distributed workplaces, all these things, the hierarchy starts to become less. The hierarchy becomes weakened. And if that's the case, the network by default starts to take over. And so in your business, are you ready for the network to take over? Is your business still very hierarchical in nature? Probably is. I know mine is. And a lot of people are comfortable with that because that's the way we've done things. But in your business, both from the way your company is set up and the way you deal with your customers, your clients, your distributors, all of these different aspects of your business, what changes if you rely on the network more than the hierarchy? Are you ready for it? Are you willing to accept it? You may not have a choice. It might come anyway. It's an interesting thought. I'll put a link to the article. It was in Inc. magazine that also references a presentation he did, I believe, at the Adobe Summit, which you can probably get a link to that video as well. So check it out. Give it some thought. Network over hierarchy. It's coming maybe whether we like it or not. Are you ready? Alrighty. That is it for today. I do thank you for your time, and I will be back again tomorrow. See ya.